Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Do you think because of this fight, and with Fury and Wilder on the other side, do you think it puts doubt as to if Joshua's really good as a lot of people felt he was?
Man, it really gave the whole UK a reality check. Because everybody over there thought, they had the big fish in the pond. Come to find out, it wasn't a big fish at all. So, that goes to everybody. If AJ got dominated by Ruiz, what does
Yo, who in the house? It's about to get heavy. It's going to get heavy tonight. It's going to get motherfucking heavy. I'm about to go in. I am about to go the fuck in.
Do you think because of this fight,
Woo!
Fury and Wilder,
I'm about to go in.
Do you think it puts doubt?
Antonio Tarver sounded off.
Really good as a lot of people
Antonio Tarver.
Man, it really
What up,
the
Laurent?
whole UK.
Antonio Tarver sounded off.
Thought, they had
Oh
the big fish
shit.
in the pond.
Oh
Find out it
shit.
wasn't a big fish at all.
Antonio
So,
Tarver,
that goes
he
to
sounded
everybody.
off.
AJ got dominated by
Salute for the DMV, baby. Mr. G-Man. Oh, it's G-Man. What's up?
Come on, man. The truth is in the pudding. They just got exposed. The whole UK got to come again. The whole UK got to come again. That's just it. USA still dominating.
Do you think Wilder
Oh,
and
shit.
Ruiz are the two best heavyweights in the world?
Ruiz, you got to put
I'm still figuring out what I'm going to dig in on.
Fury did not beat Deontay Wilder.
Oh, shit.
So he's not number one. They had
Antonio was just being Antonio. Antonio was just being Antonio.
Because of this fight,
I'm just holding on because I'm about to go in.
Do you think it puts doubt as to
Woo,
if
shit.
really good as a lot of
Hey, that
people
shit.
felt he was?
I got the notification as soon as that shit came on. It was only like
gave the whole UK.
It was only like 400 views at the moment. It was only like 400 motherfucking views. I was like, oh shit. But I went back to sleep and shit. I was like, this was hours ago. I was like, I better dig on this shit right now. I better go live right now. I'm talking about 3 hours ago. I was like, man, I went back to sleep. I said, fuck it. I'm like, man, let me get up and do this shit right now. Moonshine, what's up? Yo, Antonio went in. He went and said a lot of shit. And we're gonna do it 3 parts. We going to 3 separate parts, upload it. I'm digging in on this shit. Let me cut this shit off because the fireworks is going crazy. Yo. Soon as he said that shit, I knew exactly what the title of this video was going to be. Now, do I agree with them? Do I agree with them 100%? No. I do not agree with Antonio Tarver 100%. But he did say something that was definitely on my mind. Not about Joshua though, because truth be told, when you compare everyone that Wilder's faced to who Joshua's faced, even the mutual opponents that they face, you're like, when they face them, like, Joshua's the real deal. But him losing to Ruiz, so in his first fight in the United States, it will open up criticism like that. Hit the like button, because I'm going deep. I'm going to be serious, no joking bullshit, analyze this motherfucker to a T. But Antonio Tarver, what he said has to be noted. Has to be noted. And I'm going to say some things, and he mentioned somebody who I thought was more an instigator for the UK. He mentioned a name that I've watched the videos, watched some interviews with him and Coogan, Cassius, and we talking about Chisora, who I think Chisora is maybe somebody, I'm gonna be real, let me start this shit. Let me start this shit for a minute and break and go in. Because I'm about to go in.
Because of this fight, and with Fury and Wilder on the other side, do you think it puts doubt as to if Joshua's really good as a lot of people felt he was?
Man, it really gave the whole UK a reality check because everybody over there thought, you know, they had the big fish in the pond. Come to find out, it wasn't a big fish at all. So you know, and that goes to everybody. If AJ got dominated by Ruiz, what?
He is the big fish in the pond. Antonio, I'm not gonna lie. Antonio, you speaking from the Antonio, it's good evening, Allison. The whole UK's got to come again. He said that because of the Joshua loss. Did you see the interview on Fight Hype? Okay, he dropped 3 interviews. Fight Hype dropped 3 interviews with Antonio Tarver earlier today. Okay, let me get in. Lost one. That's funny. You asked, he said, what is he talking about? Whole UK got to come and your name is Lost One. I just thought that was funny. Because you lost a little bit right now. Hold on. All right, let me rewind. Okay, listen what he's saying. Start over again for your question.
Do you think because of this fight and with Fury and Wilder on the other side, do you think it puts doubt as to if Joshua's really good as a lot of people felt he was?
Man, it really gave the whole UK a reality check because everybody over there thought, you know, they had the big fish in the pond. Come to find out, it wasn't a big fish at all. So you know, and that goes to everybody. If AJ got dominated by Ruiz, what does that say about Whyte? What does that say about these guys like Chisora still making money and all that? Come on, man. You know,
okay. He said about Chisora still making money. 2 years ago, I just watched a video uploaded that was uploaded by Antonio Tarver 2 years ago. And Antonio was fumigating and bitter about, I guess, the boxing industry was trying to shut him out. And he couldn't get the fights he wanted because he wanted to fight on the heavyweights. He wanted to fight some of the big guys. And because of something, he failed to test a second failure. They try to put a dark cloud over his name. It's a heavy, deep video, and I think, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to upload that video. And he was talking a lot of real shit that was going on. But I always saw Chisora with some of the interviews he's done, and some of the things he said. It's like one time he was at a ranch with Coogan Cassius, and he kept saying, you know, always got to please the Americans. Let's just stay here and keep the money amongst us. He was saying this at a ranch or something. I don't know if it was his property. He was talking to Coogan. And I remember another interview he did before the Andy Ruiz Joshua fight. We were saying, us in the UK, you know, we just go with our natural abilities. We don't do no drug use. We don't do no doping up, no any enhancement drugs, blase, blase. Only the American fighters do that, not us in the UK. And I was like, how the fuck did he know this? How the hell he know, with all the guys in the UK that got caught with some banned substances, whether it was accidental or not, how the fuck can he come out and say something like that? You know? Every fighter, all the fighters dope. So Chisora, when I saw some of his interviews, I'm like, okay, if he's thinking this way, and some of the things it's like he had malice, or like he had some bitterness towards American fighters. So I'm like, if this guy is in the corner of AJ, is in AJ's ear a lot, I hang around AJ a lot, how much of this actual thought do AJ has, or have? Or if AJ might not even have these original thoughts. But when you have people like this around you, that has prejudices, and they keep speaking on their prejudices, between American fighters, UK fighters, fighters from anywhere, Mexican fighters, which is American too, but you know, which is not, which are ideas, which are whether it be stereotypes, whether it be anything that's not, you can't place on all of them. You just put on a specific few, or just put on, if you ain't looking at everybody individually, from no matter where you are, you know what I mean? That means you're prejudiced against a region or a group of people. And if Chisora is like that, the way he speaks is like he has that bitterness or prejudice against American fighters. So before I thought I liked Chisora because he had said something inside the in a post-fight conference at his loss to Dylan Whyte, and his people's like, do you call it the end where you quit? And Chisora said, you know, that's a nasty disease. The illness, sickness is going around the UK. God damn, they busting that shit off. Like, so it's a nasty illness going around the UK where everybody wants to quit because you fall down. No, you get, you know, you run into a stumbling block, a pothole, you get yourself back up, you know what I'm saying, and you go back at it. And he said that in a post-fight presser after he got knocked out by Dylan Whyte, and I was like, I like that dude. I love what he said there. I remember that. That was one of the things, it's ear notes and earmarks or certain quotes people might say that, okay, that I gravitate to. I was like, that is a good message. Because that's the same thing, illness is going on here in America. So that let me know the same thing that's going on in America is going on in the UK. So thank you for Chisora. Thank you, Chisora, for speaking on some real shit. But then later on, I would hear him say some shit against American fighters. I don't know if the motherfucker's drunk. And American fighters only dope and us UK fighters don't. And then he'd talk to Cook and Cassie. It's like, you know, just keep the money here and such. They say, you always got to please the Americans. And he's saying with some dark ass shades. He never show his eyes. And I'm looking at Cook, thinking this guy, like this guy. This is AJ's boy, one of AJ's boys. You know, he's putting a lot of negative energy in AJ's ear. And, you know, the one thing I never spoke on AJ, that AJ said something that I felt was suspect and I didn't like. And I meant to, I meant to mention it in another video, but I forgot when my mind was going fast and so many thoughts as I was doing the video. When he was in a face-off with Dominic Brazil, and they was outside standing face to face, and Dominic Brazil was in AJ's face. He was talking a lot of smack and everything. And AJ was like, shut your fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? He said something to the extent, and I'm paraphrasing, but AJ said something under his breath to the extent where it was all caught on camera though. It was on the build-up to the fight he had with Brazil. He said, you just talk a whole bunch of shit and do nothing like you fucking Americans. AJ said that shit. Loud as fucking day. And he said it. Now that shit could have came out of fuck shit to say to Dominic Brazil. But he said, he said something to the extent of, you know what I mean, just a bunch of fucking talk and no action like fucking Americans or some shit. And I was like, I'm like, okay, AJ. Damn. I'm like, okay. I didn't jump on it though. I didn't jump on AJ for that though. You know what I mean? That was years back. You know what I mean? But I could have jumped on AJ's ass. But see, that fight happened before I even fucking came back and started paying attention to boxing closely. That happened couple of years before I even started doing videos again. So I thought it was, I thought it'd be fucked up to bring that shit up. Something that happened 3 years ago. You feel me? So I didn't ever say nothing. But if you got motherfuckers in his ear like Chisora, that can, motherfuckers constantly yapping on some shit, it'll start spilling into your brain. You feel me? And so if Chisora is that bitter and fucked up, you don't want him passing. And to me, it always seemed like Josh was trying to create a bridge Josh was trying to create a bridge between people. Yeah, but he said like the rest of your fucking Americans lost one. You can't delete what the man said. He's like, yeah, keep talking shit like you're fucking Americans. He generalized right then and there. That was a generalization, bro. So, but it was years ago. Yeah, they're going ham like shit, Slim. Nick, those are gunshots too. So that was a generalization though. So, but I let that slide. I let that slide because it was 3 years ago. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't hold that against him. Because I've said some fuck shit. You know what I mean? I've like slipped on the video and like say the word cracker to white people. That doesn't mean I hate white people. I fucks with white people, all peoples. I fucks with all people on this planet that are here. I don't fuck with all segments or groups within those people. That's including mine as well. But I fuck with all groups of people. But if you're a part of a particular segment or personality within your group, fuck you. So if I might call a name, say a name out, I might say, if I might slip out and say, oh, fucking white folks, whatever, I'm not talking to white folks, all white folks. I'm not talking to all white folks. My anger's really banging out to that specific segment or that group within the white folks. But I might just say white folks, and people might take that shit as I'm saying all white folks. But I'm not saying really all white folks. I'm speaking out of anger, but I'm really, the thought is on that specific type of white person. Like it might be that specific type of Mexican, or a specific type of Asian, or we all might have some, or black motherfucker, or we all might have to just be on some fuck shit, think mentally, and saying some stupid shit that we shouldn't say. You know what I'm saying? Or what they have done. So I might be talking to that group. I'm not talking to really the whole, but that could be confusing if you're not careful with what you say. And doing on social media, I've learned to be careful about what I say. And so, about everybody. Everything you say may not be bad, but it could be wrong. And when I say bad is, it might not be bad because what you say might be the truth. But it may be wrong what you said of how it came out, and it may be wrong with how it may have came out your mouth. And so you gotta be very, very careful with what you say and things you say. I got motherfuckers out here making videos about me and it's shocking to me. So that was one thing. But anyway, god damn y'all.
The truth is in the pudding. They just got exposed. The whole UK gotta come again. The whole UK gotta come again. That's just it. USA still dominating.
Do you think Wilder and Ruiz are the two best heavyweights in the world?
Ruiz, you gotta put him at. No, Fury is not number one. Fury did not beat Deontay Wilder, so he's not number one. They had a draw, and that was a gift. When you look at it from being a champion, because he was. Everybody knew Tyson Fury can outbox Deontay Wilder. They got like that was a surprise or something. They know this man don't have the technical ability and he's not a technical fighter, but he's a hell of a puncher. And when he gets you hurt, he's the best finisher in the game. And I ain't seen nobody stand up to that type of power yet. So Deontay Wilder's still the king of the throne. He's the WBC champion. It wasn't his fault that the linear heavyweight champion had to vacate for a few years. That was his fault. Wilder's still the man on top because
all right, let's rewind that real quick. Because that motherfucker Tarver with ham. But this, you know what? This is Antonio Tarver. This is why he ain't got the. This has always been Antonio Tarver. Antonio Tarver has always said it how he felt it. Antonio Tarver has always spoke his mind and was straight up and down dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's not an establishment type of guy. That's why I fuck with Antonio Tarver. He beat one of my top 3 favorite fighters of all time, knocked out Roy Jones Jr. I didn't like his ass when he did that shit, but after I got over that, I had to respect and fuck with Antonio Tarver. But he went ham. Antonio Tarver said a lot of shit right here.
When you look at it from being a champion, because
if you and
You know,
He went ham. Hold up, let me go back again. He went ham. He went ham.
the truth is in the pudding. They just got exposed. The whole UK got to come again. The whole UK got to come again. That's just it.
So who's
USA still dominating.
So you think Wilder and Ruiz are the two best heavyweights in the world? Or do you think Fury is number one?
Ruiz, you got to put him in. No, Fury is not number one. Fury did not beat Deontay Wilder. So he's not number one. They had a draw. And that was a gift. When you look at it, from being the champion, because he was, everybody knew Tyson Fury could outbox Deontay Wilder. They got like that was a surprise or something. They know this man don't have
Roman King, what
the
the fuck you
technical
doing,
ability
man?
and he's not a technical fighter, but he's a hell of a puncher. And when he gets you hurt, he's the best finisher in the game. And I ain't seen nobody stand up to that type of power yet. So Deontay Wilder's still the king of the throne. He's the WBC.
Okay, we gotta stop on that bullshit. Tarver, you was doing good. You was doing good, Antonio. You were doing motherfucking good until you said that bullshit. Okay, look, all you motherfuckers on this Loma King shit, and Loma King, I try to like be cool with you and say the shit before, but that bullshit gets old. I keep telling you, you making my shit look like motherfucking spam feed, Loma. That shit is not gonna be cool on my channel. I'm telling you one more time. For real. That shit is old, Slum. Nobody give a fuck about Loma. Niggas talking about you. What the fuck? See, Loma, you bringing bullshit. Put y'all on book time out. Sorry, but you bring that bullshit here. Motherfuckers can't talk about motherfucking boxing. Sorry. I ain't probably, well, I'm saying I'm sorry, but I'm really not sorry. You know what I mean? Because I already told you. Look. But I have to cut you on that bullshit, Antonio. Ain't no fucking way in hell. And I would take this shit, I take this to the Preterican grave, my ninja. Wilder is not no king of no motherfucking hill with one strap after 10 years fighting a bunch of bums, fighting a goddamn Luis Ortiz for the second time when the first fight was getting fucking booze, Antonio Tarver. I'm sorry. Jasper Ram, what's up, champ? Sorry, Antonio Tarver. Tyson's not king of the fucking hill. Now, I can't disagree with you saying that Tyson Fury did not win the fight against Wilder because, yes, it was a draw. He got knocked down 2 times. And some of the things you said as far as the he danced a little bit. He didn't hit with a lot of punches. He connected on some punches on Wilder, yes. But was it a lot to take the belt or enough to take the belt from him? I agree with you. That's why, if anybody go back in my post-fight of that, I said it was a draw. I didn't question the draw at all. I didn't say Fury won that fight. I didn't say Wilder won that fight. I said it was a draw. The 2 knockdowns, separate rounds countered. A couple of good shots Fury did get on, but he did do exactly what Antonio said, was he danced around, he entertained, he was cute, but besides that 12th round after Wilder dropped him, it's the only time I seen him like kind of stagger Wilder in that fight. So Antonio was right there. But Wilder being the top of the hill, no. AJ was the top of the hill. And right now, Andy Ruiz Jr. is the king of the hill of the heavyweight division because he has the most straps. I'm only going to give props to those who have the most straps. That's Andy Ruiz Jr. right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But again, it's all in the eyes of the judges, unfortunately. And everything is opinionated, right? Even the judges is opinionated. So who won that fight is the opinion of the judges. Like all of us have our own opinion. And if the judge's opinion do or do not match the majority of people, then they're gonna say it's a, you know, it was a robbery or upset or whatever. If the judge's opinion do match the opinions of the majority of the people, then they say that was the right decision. You know, but as far as the Wilder being top of the hill, king of the top of the heavyweights, no. That's Andy Ruiz Jr. Wilder is second place. And Anthony Joshua is now, unfortunately, third place. That's just what it has to be until this rematch gets played. Again, like I've said before, Andy Ruiz Jr. is the lineal title because Anthony Joshua was the lineal champion. Andy Ruiz is the lineal champion because Anthony Joshua is the lineal champion. I did the video stating the facts of that, dealing with the Queensberry rules. The rules, same rules that Tyson Fury used to say that he was lineal champion. I did a video proving that actually the lineal champion was AJ. It got reinstated with AJ when he and Klitschko had the box off and Klitschko won. Because that was the same way that Klitschko got his lineal championship. It came on the lineal title. But let's keep it going.
Champion. It wasn't his fault that the linear heavyweight champion had to vacate for a few years. That was his fault. Wilder's still the man on top because
That's right. That was not Wilder's fault. That's not AJ's fault. That's not Whyte's fault. That's not Ortiz's fault. That's not Pulev's fault. That's nobody's fault. That was all on Fury. That's Fury's fault. He never defended his title or titles at the end of the day. If you don't want to say it's Fury, then we'll say it's Warren. But it was none of those men's fault that Fury lost all his belts. Those all Fury's fault. 100%. You know what I mean? So if he went to the mountaintop and he fucked up, lost his belts, didn't have the discipline, then and got stripped and had to start over again and come back fighting bums. Yeah, it's weak, but all that bullshit you doing is weak, Loma. But that's not all that other shit is weak, Loma. Real talk. I think that shit is some Bama shit, man. Cut that shit out. But yeah, that shit is that's none of the heavyweight's fault. That was all on Fury. So he fell off his pedestal. Try to say you're the lineal champion. It's not going to be some way to put your ass back on some invisible pedestal. Fury, you need to win a belt. You need to fight somebody that's credible. We all know Schwartz wasn't a credible fighter.
AJ just got dominated by someone that nobody thought could dominate him like that. So he got to come back and make a statement in the rematch. He got to knock Ruiz out. That's it.
What happens in the Fury Wilder?
Depends on if Wilder go to get back to the drawing board and improve technically. He need a teacher too. He need a teacher too. Somebody that can really work on their fundamentals, not change the whole wheel, but tighten up on those fundamentals, man, because that's the key to success. When it comes down to it, you got to break it down to the basics. And, you know, and I think that's the only thing Wilder needs. Get lined up a little bit, not much, and go in the fight with the right game plan.
You know, damn lineal champion. Fury is some bullshit. I think if Whyte, and I don't fuck with Fury. Like I said, Fury has the best skill set of all the heavyweights. But he ain't using them. He wants to dance and entertain. So, you know, I think if Whyte beats Rivas, a lot of big fighters would try to fight him at last. I think they should try to fight him now before Rivas. Why? Who's the big fighters? A lot of big fighters. Who's the big fighters who wouldn't fight him though? The biggest, the last 3 or 4 years has fought him, and that's freaking and that was Joshua. Let me tell you this. I think Dylan Whyte's left hook could be just as devastating, or is maybe just as devastating as Deontay Wilder a well-placed right hand from Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But so I think why not Wilder fight him now? AJ always says something like, you heavyweights, he kept saying it all the time. And I did a video saying that the heavyweights are making grave mistakes not fighting him now because he's only going to get better. Well, he might not have been getting better, but Deontay Wilder and all the other heavyweights that avoided April 13th missed out. They probably could have caught AJ. That probably could have been AJ, like I said. But now it's Andy Ruiz. So Andy Ruiz now will benefit from the fruits of sticking his neck out there and having some balls. Kahunas. Where Fury, Wilder, whoever did not. Fury and Wilder specifically. It picked up with AJ. No, the lineal picked up with AJ. I did a video breaking it all down. Go back to why I say why Anthony Joshua is the lineal champion. Watch that video. It picked up with AJ. It picked up again with AJ because they lost all of it when Fury got stripped. You can't be a lineal champion with no fucking belts. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a lineal champion with no belts. It got picked up with AJ. You gotta keep in mind, Klitschko was never an undisputed champion. He only had 3 of the 4. Okay? He only had 3 of the 4. And he got that in a box off for the WBA when he combined 2. Well, Anthony Joshua, when he did the same thing, once Fury lost them all, in the box off for the WBA belt happened between Klitschko and Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua already had the IBF. Boom, that combined belts again. That unified belts, okay? Then the lineal picked back up. The lineal picks up when belts are unified. That's what they're not telling you. When belts are unified, that's when the lineal picks back up. And the belts were unified as far as the IBF and I believe the WBA, one of the two. 2 of the 3, don't quote me, when that box off happened. All right? And that's how the Queensberry rules started. That's how it happened when Klitschko first became lineal champion. But hold up.
He beat Fury. It was a close fight. Yeah, everybody thought he would knock Fury out early. That didn't happen, so they want to just hand the belts to Fury. Nah, you win the round, 1 round at a time. And just because, and I thought Wilder was the aggressor in the first 3 or 4 rounds. He was taking the fight to Fury the whole fight. Fury was dancing, boxing around nicely, yeah. Avoiding some shots, yeah. Looking a little bit more under control than Wilder, yeah. But he wasn't landing the punches to win the round. He was boxing around real cute, yeah, being an entertaining fighter.
I can agree with that.
But we get paid to land punches.
They've already started.
Effective power punches at that. I didn't see all of that. He hit Wilder a few times, but when the fight got started and the punches were landing, Tyson Fury found himself getting off his ass. Period.
Bingo. That was the truth. So, the thing is, do the UK got to come again? Do you think the UK got to come again, y'all? No. Well, they need to regroup as far as Anthony Joshua and then come. The thing is about the Anthony Joshua Ruiz rematch is Anthony Joshua was winning the fight until he got his ass knocked down. Anthony Joshua was winning that fight until he got his butt knocked down. Everybody say, well, Ruiz's style is all wrong for Joshua. What? Until he got hit on the ear? That's when it was all wrong? Round 1, round 2, round 3, when Nashina knocked him down, the style wasn't all wrong. See, that's why, you know what's wrong with boxing right now? You know the major thing wrong with boxing right now? Motherfuckers are regurgitating like the same old catchphrases that's been going on for the last 20, 30 years. And it keeps boxing going in the same redundant cycle and the same redundant thinking And I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of people who work the social media, who work for the social media, and on that aspect keeps it going, and that's probably what they're given to speak. But this thing, all styles make fights, or Andrew Ruiz style is all wrong for Joshua. It wasn't all wrong for Joshua until he hit Joshua on the ear. Joshua outpointed Ruiz. Round 1, round 2, and he knocked down Ruiz. He dropped Ruiz first. So Ruiz style wasn't all wrong for his ass to get dropped. You know what I mean? Think about what we really actually say when we talking about boxing. You know what I mean? Was his style all wrong for him to get dropped? That's the question. Was Andrew Ruiz's style all wrong when he got dropped? No. I guess not. Or maybe so. Oh, I guess so, right? His style must have been all wrong in order for him to get dropped and put on his ass, right? But then when Joshua get dropped and knocked down, then all of a sudden his style is all wrong. He got hit on the ear, got fucked up, style is all wrong. Then they want to compare, well, you see what some guy was comparing Anthony Joshua to Frank Bruno and Mike Tyson to Andy Ruiz. And I'm like, people want to say, that's the same thing that happened with Tyson and Bruno. You see, I'm like, first of all, stop making the comparison because Bruno's UK and Anthony Joshua UK, and Andy Ruiz is shorter. He ain't shaped nowhere near like Tyson. He don't move nowhere near like Tyson. He has to loop with his left hooks and reach to get up to the guys, yes, but Andy Ruiz don't fight like no fucking Mike Tyson. Completely. He throws some combinations like Tyson used to throw combinations. But he's far from a Mike fucking Tyson, how he fight, how he move, and everything. So they want to make that comparison. They see what happened to Frank Bruno twice. He lost to Tyson twice. Well, that's what's going to happen to AJ when he fights Ruiz. No. Frank Bruno didn't. He hit Tyson. He hurt Tyson a couple of times, hit him a couple of times, but he didn't drop Tyson. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't outpointing Tyson. But people killing boxing, we keep using the same catchphrases, styles make fights and all this shit and all that. No. A fighter's hearts and will make fight. What makes a fight is a fighter's fist and his will. How strong his will is. How did he want to fight? Or how does he want to win? Does he want to win like a warrior? Does he want to win toe-to-toe, bang out? Or do he want to win more strategically and use his advantages to win out the match? Or use his best attributes to his advantages and win? It's not about the fucking styles more so. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's if you really look at it, it's just crazy because Ortiz, like I said, Andy Ruiz's style wasn't all wrong when Joshua was jabbing him, when Joshua was catching his ass with the left hooks, when he was catching him with the rights, when he dropped him up to round 3. His style wasn't all wrong then. So how all of a sudden it's all wrong for Joshua when he get caught? His style became all wrong for Joshua when Joshua wanted to get in that motherfucking middle and tangle with him, and Joshua don't have as fast as hands and combinations as Ruiz after Joshua dropped him. That's where Joshua, his strategy went all wrong. It wasn't Ruiz's style that was all wrong. It was Joshua's strategy and his tactics that went wrong. Joshua lost his cool and wanted to end it quick. But if the fight went on like it did in the first round, the second round, and the third round, before he got dropped, Joshua wins that fight. You understand? Joshua wins the fight. So to say Ruiz style is all wrong for Joshua is just, people just don't have nothing really, don't have really much thought or analyzation to, or a different aspect or perspective to give to the fight. So they just say the same shit, regurgitate the same shit that everybody's regurgitating, because people say that shit don't have nothing to really say. People say those shits that don't have really nothing to say. That's the shit. You know what I mean? While they still thinking of something sound and profound and makes sense to say, they say that shit. Or Styles make fights. Or Andrew Styles is all wrong for Joshua. Those motherfuckers say that shit that don't have nothing really to add. A different perspective to add. You know what I'm saying? So boxing's in a new era with social media. Okay? For one, these motherfuckers is being cheap. The handlers of boxing, whether that be the PBC, I can't say Dazn, because Dazn is spending all the money. But the PBC and the handlers of these fighters are being fucking cheap. We're in a new era right now. And yes, people have short attention span. And these motherfuckers think social media alone is going to drive the sport into the bedroom or the living room with all the households of America. Social media does not have the ability to do that. They don't control the outlets. They don't control the major outlets. You know what I'm saying? So social media can't do that alone. You still need mainstream media tremendously. Because they still have a bigger reach. They still have a bigger span. Their arm span can reach out faster. They can control the outlets. They have the money. So the handlers of boxing got to spend the money, invest in really, really good channels, serious channels, that could bring creativity, something different, far as talking points, just a show and everything like my fucking self, and really let it happen. But motherfuckers going off the same old shit. Motherfuckers want to talk about all the soap opera and the soap opera bullshit and talk about the drama bullshit. That is not what drives boxing. That is not what's going to put boxing in the living room and 40 million living rooms on a Saturday night. That would not put boxing in 40, 50 million living rooms on a Saturday night. Talking about all this bullshit, he say, she say, and all that dumb shit. That boxing is driven by blood. Boxing is driven by violence. So the talking won't do it. The talking ain't gonna do it. That he say, she say bullshit. The shit that motherfuckers are reporting now, motherfuckers getting jumped and all that, and this and that. That shit is not gonna drive boxing, bro. It's not gonna drive it. That shit don't work. Y'all picked the wrong angle to try to promote boxing on social media. Motherfuckers gotta see the fights. You gotta have motherfuckers who are creative and bring some shit out. Bring the casuals back. Just talking about, because they getting too much of that shit in every other industry. Exactly. At the end of the day, Lost One. Panic attack, the Drake curse. It's very possible. You know what I'm saying? But that's again, everybody wants to see a fucking fight. And we want to be able to talk. And Roy Jones said it best a couple of weeks ago. You're holding off these big fights. When we have the big fights, when the good fights are happening, that can breed great conversation. That itself will breed the great conversations. They're trying to breed great conversation and boxing hype and boxing talk off of bullshit motherfuckers going back and forth, men going back and forth like fucking women. It just don't work. Have you realized that? It ain't work for Wilder. 350 pay-per-view sales, Wilder versus Fury, proved that. It don't work. So y'all need to go with your game plan. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my fucking opinion. But what do I fucking know? But real talk. What is an exciting fight? everything that fucking Joshua's been in. Real talk. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder have not been in exciting fights. Like I said, watching Deontay Wilder is a hit or miss. Is he going to knock this guy out? When he's going to knock him out? How long is it going to fucking take? If Deontay Wilder is not going to knock you out within the first 3 rounds, people are changing the channel. Because he's like watching paint dry. You're not seeing no master tactician with body movement, counter punches, good jab. You're not seeing good fight in the scruff. You're not seeing a toe-to-toe with Wilder. You're not seeing nothing. You're not seeing a sweet science with Wilder that make you like, damn, that motherfucker good. I could tell he good. You're not seeing that with Wilder. So you just gotta wait till he land the right hand. That shit is boring. With Tyson's movement made people like watch, like, God damn, that motherfucker like this. His movement alone got you like, well, what the fuck is that motherfucker doing? His ferociousness, along with the movement. So you saw a tactician, you saw technical ability, along with devastation. And that captured people's imagination and people's eyes. Like, oh shit. And then he'd talk this shit after he'd have knocked them out. You know what I'm saying? But it was him running at motherfuckers. You know what I mean? With great precision, dodging punches, moving, laying a crazy blow, and getting it on. Yes, that was happening the first round. But Wilder don't have that it factor. Because his basics has not, he hasn't been fighting long enough where the basics has been ingrained in him so deeply, like a Floyd Mayweather, where he just looked good. Exactly. And you don't get that with Wilder. Wilder, he goes up, walks up like this, and then just walk away like, nothing looks beautiful about what he does. At the end of the day, boxing is a beautiful sport. And it's art. You have to be an artist. All tacticians, all fighters, Floyd Mayweather is an artist. He's an artist. Another way to think about it. Floyd Mayweather is an artist. Tevin Farmer is an artist, how they fight. Teofimo Lopez, an artist. I'm talking about people who really stand out to me. They're artists. You know what I'm saying? And Tyson was an artist. It was an art he was taught, but it captured people's imagination. Wilder don't do that. AJ was an artist, like he want to get in there and fucking scrap and bang toe to toe. It captured people's imagination. And it captured his ass on his goddamn temple and ear by Ruiz. And he should have been, that wasn't no good. Muhammad Ali was an artist. Lennox Lewis became an artist. At the beginning he wasn't. Later on, Lennox Lewis became an artist. You know what I'm saying? Holyfield was an artist. Every time Holyfield took a punch, 2 good punches, he'd try to come back with 5, 6. That was art. You're like, oh shit, you know, they call him the warrior because of it. You know what I'm saying? Sweet Pea, an artist. Of course. You goddamn. You know what I mean? You have artists of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Sweet Pea, great example. I agree with you 100%. Roy Jones was an artist. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is what I try to bring. A different way of looking at boxing to help people expand and see boxing in a different light. Outside of the dumbass shell that's been used for the last 30, 40 years. Because that shell that's been used for boxing isn't working for boxing anymore. So the presentation of boxing and how it's spoken of or spoken about has to innovate. As a sport, as innovating right now. So the verbiage that's used, how it's used, has to innovate along with it. You can't be using the same old shit. It's a new era. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, if people don't want to see just a dull fight, or if you got people who want, if you want to teach people how to appreciate a fight that where there's no knockout, where there's just two tacticians in there and technicians in there, you have to speak about it in a way where they can see it and appreciate it. And you're using the old, and that's where a polymalinaji comes in. That's where a polymalinaji come in. You know what I'm saying? That's where a Teddy Atlas on a good day come in. On other days, but Teddy Atlas on a good day, which is only about 20% of the time, you know what I mean? You can appreciate it. But boxing, they have to change how they're presenting boxing. If you want to, and the people, what the people are saying, how the boxers are acting. The same boxer today don't have the same drive as the boxer 15, 20, 25, 30 years ago. It's evident. We're getting soft. We're getting motherfucking soft, people. Okay? We're getting fucking soft. Hit the like button if you haven't. So boxing has to be presented in a way, in a language where the fan, the casual fan, can come in and see and appreciate it without it even being a knockout. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's not going to be happening for all these some of these fights, because some of them are just a bunch of bums on their fucking bicycle running their fucking ass off. And that shit is some garbage. You know what I mean? There must be contact. Contact often in a round. The both fighters gotta want it. You know what I'm saying? But once they tell a fighter, it seems like once a fighter stop trying to build themselves up, get out of that 20 fight range, in the first 20 fights, these fighters want, you know what I mean? It seems like when a fighter gets 20-0 or something, now these motherfuckers think somebody owe them something. Nobody owes you nothing, Earl Spence. Nobody owes you anything, Deontay Wilder. Nobody owes Earl Spence nothing. Right. BD Bong, what's up? Laws when trash talk has always been there and it's always will be, but people need to back up the words more like they used to. That's my problem with boxing now. Yeah, the trash talking has always been. But right now, what I'm saying is trash talking is going overboard and the fights are less. You can't, they're trying to build a fight with just trash talking over a fucking year or 2 years. You can't do that. And then what happened is going to happen like it just happened here with Joshua and Ruiz. So that just killed the Wilder fight. It didn't kill it. But now they have to go through they have to wait for another fucking circulation, a cycle of somehow they could build that fight up. So you have to wait for another win streak or something. A couple of notable wins. But where it could have been before, it's not on that state no more. And that's because the Wilder camp on the American side, unfortunately, on the American side, motherfuckers want to build a fight up with a bunch of bullshit talk. And that being in the Wilder team. And that shit ain't working. That shit is garbage. Nobody wants to hear you talk for so long because you're fighters. We want to see you fight. So if you're talking for longer than a year and a fight ain't happened, it's done. People gonna turn away from it. They start putting the money in and try to promote Wilder all late and shit. Now they did that all for nothing. Ain't nobody gonna see that Luis Ortiz fight. That nigga got bust back down to free TV again because Wilder team wanna build a fight up with talking, trash talking, dumb shit instead of fucking fighting. That's what the fuck happened. It lost the luster because y'all was talking. And you didn't go and fight the motherfucker. If you went and fought Joshua and you won, boom, you got a fucking rematch. Or if you lost, you got a rematch. Then you got a fucking trilogy. Then you got all the money you thought you could have made, you wanted to make in the first place. You just had to put a little work in. So, you know what I mean? I'm not guilty at all. Deontay Wilder's not going to get, Deontay Wilder's never going to get the recognition he think he deserves. Never. All Deontay Wilder in the entire record list of whoever they say you surpass is always going to have an asterisk beside it. Because it's been too many of us who witnessed it is going to say, yo, he was really garbage. He was garbage, really. He had some decent power, but he ain't fight nobody. It's going to be everybody and their mama going to say that about Deontay Wilder for the rest of the fucking future. Because they're going to look at from 1 through 40 or 39. They're going to look at one belt in 10 years. They're going to look at you fighting a 50-year-old motherfucker 2 times. We're going to talk about all that shit anytime Wilder's name is mentioned. So he's never going to get the accolades, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Joshua can, though. Even if Wilder go undefeated. And never fight Joshua, though. Go undefeated. He never going to get it. It's your boy. What's boy? What's up, William Blackwell? What's my boy? Yeah, I'm speaking it now. It's nobody in boxing I can't stand. Lost one. Beatty Ball. We're going to have to see. I know one thing. AJ will come and prepare to fight, but Antonio Tarver, let's go back in deep to what he said. Hold up. Antonio Tarver sounded off. He spoke the truth. Antonio Tarver spoke the truth. I agree with him on everything, but I agree with him on a lot of shit he said. Antonio Tarver always speaks his mind. You can't knock the man for that. You can't hate on him. You can't hate on him. You know what I'm saying? Can't hate on a dude. And he sounded off. He sounded off.
Person out there, break down the Pacquiao versus Thurman fight for us, and who you give the advantage in that fight?
Man, I really like Keith Thurman. You know, he's a Florida boy. But Keith's legs, he got to get on them. He got to get back on his legs. His movement, he hasn't been moving as much as he, did in the past. And if you
AJ inside game, yeah, he has a good inside game against somebody who isn't as fast as he is, I believe, or faster. And Ruiz have shorter arm span. AJ arms are 4 or 5 inches longer than Ruiz. So fighting in close against Ruiz ain't gonna work. Like I said in a pre-fight video, if you go into that kitchen sink, you gotta go in conviction, come the fuck back out. He can't stay in that mid-range with Ruiz. He gotta be all the way out, long disc, snipering, or all the way in his fucking chest, like he went when he set his ass up with the left hook, right uppercut, left hook again, that put Ruiz on his ass. But he fucked with the middle range, what he tried to do once he hurt Ruiz, he stayed in that mid-range with him, he's not gonna win, he's gonna lose that fight, he's gonna lose that, okay, 9 times out of 10 versus Ruiz. Because Ruiz can take a fucking punch. And Ruiz has shorter arms, and he's gonna get to the button faster than AJ will. Because AJ has longer wind-ups because he has longer arms. Yeah, me neither, Beatty Ball. Yeah, AJ should fight him just like he was fighting him up until he got dropped. Once AJ dropped him, he should have backed off, popped that jab, see where he was at, and set his ass up again. Not get in that kitchen fucking sink. Period. So, that's about it. But we at the 60-minute mark, beautiful spirits. Again, boxing. We love boxing. It's been trash talk, but it's getting to the point where the trash talk is much, much, much heavier than the quality fights. And so there got to be some balance. Okay? And bring in new type of talking, like this all, Ruiz style is all bad for AJ. Yeah. You only say that because AJ, if AJ won that fight, then they won't be saying Ruiz style was all bad for AJ. Right? They weren't saying Ruiz style was all bad for AJ in the first 3 rounds. They was only saying that till he got dropped. So, and then he lost. So, people want to just say something just off of fucking quick reaction, not really giving thought. Yeah, AJ caught. Yeah, he got caught with a jab. AJ was catching the motherfucker with jabs, long left hooks. Ruiz is easy to hit. Ruiz is easy to hit. That's what people keep saying. Ruiz style is all wrong for AJ. Ruiz don't got no head movement like Tyson. Ruiz had very little head movement. Joshua was hitting his ass at will, to be honest. Joshua got fucked when he got hit on the fucking ear and the temple. You know what I mean? No, when Joshua went in with that right hand, after he dropped it, he went in with the immediate right hand and stayed in the kitchen sink and tried to swing back and forth with Ruiz. That's where he fucked up. Once he hit with the right hand, back to back out, jab back out, set him up again, like he did the first time. He didn't set him up. He went in trying to take him out and went in the kitchen sink with a guy who had shorter arms, whose punch is going to get to the point faster than yours. And that's what fucking happened. We'll post. So that's really what happened. It got frozen, y'all, but I'm still here. So, but no, motherfuckers gotta start, and that's what's killing boxing. Too much talking, not enough good fights. It's been said, nobody said it better than Roy Jones a couple of weeks ago. Let's just leave it at that. But I can't wait for the rematch for this. And let's see what happens. I'm boycotting the Wilder Ruiz fight. I mean, Ortiz. I'm going to say that right now. I'm boycotting the Wilder Ortiz fight. Because I don't think the world don't need to see that again. You saw my last one, yeah. Yes, the Intercontinental World Boxing Tournament. Like that, you saw my video? Yeah, you remember the video, last one. Yeah, that tournament would be massive. We have nothing but continental champions. The Intercontinental World Boxing Championships and World Boxing Tournament. And that would be a hell of a thing to do. One day we might get to that. At least I put it out there in people's minds. Yeah. I'm not watching it either, man. Nobody wants to see that. That fight's gonna get so few views. It's gonna keep breaking Wilder down. He breaking his own self down. It's a damn shame. You know what I mean? But after that, then he gonna have a big fight. I guess they're gonna do the Fury again. But shit, that fight's losing luster. That fight's losing luster. But I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here. You guys have a wonderful night, man. Nobody can duck a tournament. Everybody has to be there. But I'm out, y'all. Y'all hold it down. I'll talk to y'all in the next go around, next video. All right, peace. Enjoy your sleep. Enjoy your rest. Enjoy your week. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Enjoy your families. Because really no day is promised. You never know what can happen in the world. Tell somebody, everybody you love them. that you do love. You know what I'm saying? Hit like, subscribe, hit the motherfucker bell icon for this channel, and I'll holla at you later, baby. It's Boxing Logics United. I'm out.